Are McDonald's toys as good as they used to be? No, of course not. So let's have a little look at some old McDonald's toys. These are actually not that old. They are from last year. And we will compare them to, well, just normal standards of quality and see how terribly they perform. So let's start with our little doll here. This is a Barbie tie-in. This was actually from the Barbie Spy Squad movie and was included as a Happy Meal toy at participating McDonald's. Yes, of course, you're all thinking of that Mitch Hedberg quote, "I wouldn't participate in shit." Anyways, let's have a closer look at her. Indeed, a face that only a corporation could love. Well, the face detailing does leave something to be desired, but her head does turn, does have that articulation. You do notice that her hair has been put straight into the scalp, not at an angle of any sort, which is normal for a full-size Barbie doll, but on this tiny scale, it leads to perhaps the most unmanageable doll hair known to man. And look at that, you can even tell where she had the plugs grafted onto her scalp. Looks like she's having some male pattern baldness there, or at least a receding hairline. Now, these aren't the most interesting part of these toys, because of course you expect the toys to be somewhat inferior to the real ones that you can get from Mattel. But they give you this doll, and she has, of course, the head turns, the legs don't move, but they do wiggle a little bit, which is nice. But then this arm will go up and down, and this arm is frozen in place. It is not just frozen, it is glued in place. And in fact, I'm going to break it if I continue to try to force it into action. Why would they do this? Why is one hand up permanently in what is otherwise a posable figure? This just doesn't make any sense. And it's not like if we look closely here, you can see that the doll has articulation points inside there. Like there's a socket and everything, and it's round, and for all intents and purposes, it should move, but it will not. It is glued in there tight. Why on earth would they do this? But to add insult to injury, I have a second one here, still in the original bag. Oh yeah, that's going to increase its value. All kinds of collectors now are screaming at me to stop from taking it out of the bag. It is, of course, another character from the Barbie movie. I don't know who cares. She is endowed with quite a bit more hair. Not quite as unruly, but still coming out of her head at an odd angle. She can articulate her head, her arm, her legs do wiggle ever so slightly, but this hand, like the last one, will not move. They are forever in a pose as if they are a pair of candidates for the presidential race, both VP and president, and they are prematurely celebrating their victory, or some such. Or perhaps they're waving to the crowds of screaming fans who are absolutely horrified that Barbie and her friend's plastic surgery has gone so horribly wrong that they now look mutilated and disgusting. Right, so that's a bust on Barbie. Let's try something else. Up next we have a Despicable Me 3 tie-in. Yeah, as if the movie wasn't enough, there were toys available at McDonald's for the tie-in. This is, of course, Agnes. This is perhaps my favorite character from the original movie. The second and third movie can go hang themselves. And she is here on a giant unicorn, which if you saw the movie would make sense, but otherwise probably does not. Has a little wheel inside and is meant to make her move up and down, but instead it just jerks her around as if she's having some sort of epileptic fit, triggering the children to remember that awful, awful birthday party where Uncle Roy had his seizure and ruined the whole cake. Anyways, closer look here, you can see the sculpt actually isn't that bad. Very, very much similar to the character. The toy itself is pretty good as well. Unicorn horn is somewhat wanting there, but in the movie it's not actually a unicorn, although it is not the goat with the horn either, which is perhaps bizarre, as the scene doesn't happen in the movie as it is depicted here. Anyways, action figure that sucks, toy that does not directly tie in, and some modeling issues. Well, no, actually, the painting's pretty good, the modeling's pretty good, so we'll give them a pass on that, but otherwise, terrible toy. Next up is My Little Pony. This is actually going back quite a ways. Almost a full year now. And I don't remember what this was tying into, if it was the original series or perhaps one of the movies. I don't know. There are some instructions because this had parts. You could make a crown and a thing for the tail, and I don't care. So she was packaged on there pretty good. Get her out of there. Get the tail untied from around the leg. Yeah, some children in China do a really good job on these things. You know, they can really be proud of themselves, even though they're not getting an education, freedom, or pay. Anyways, so this is meant to be Twilight Sparkle. The mold is pretty good. Painting's pretty good as well. Little fingers make fast work of this. Overall, it's pretty nice. The tail leaves a little bit to be wanting with all this twistiness. It's meant to be a nice flowing tail, but yeah, what a mess. Anyways, this one actually isn't too bad. The only thing I don't like, I mean, they do give you a little comb as well. That is absolutely useless. But, you know, it is a toy. But what I don't like are the cardboard accessories included. You can imagine some tiny fingers trying to put these together and just failing miserably, or tears as their parents attempt to do this and only manage to destroy them, their lives, and their precious memories. Come on! Yeah, this meant to be a crown of some sort. Oh, I've kinked it already. It's already ruined completely. I think I tore a part off that wasn't supposed to come off either. Yeah, this is not going well. And it doesn't really fit anyways. Okay, enough of that. There is a second My Little Pony toy in this forgotten pile of McDonald's waste. And this one is... I don't know. Not a brony, sorry. But it also includes a comb. And again, the sculpt isn't so bad. The painting is pretty good, no runs. I'm pretty sure these are just stickers for the eyes, but still they are in the right place and in the right way up. Overall, nothing too shabby. And you do get the little comb. But again, it comes with some cardboard accessories that will never work in a million years. Why even bother including them? Just give the kids the toy and get on with it. Oh, look at that tail. Yeah, this is never going to be nice ever again. It was nice at the factory when they wrapped it around their leg. After that... So what else do we have here? Well, we also have the Shopkins tie-in. I don't know, was there a movie or something with this? I don't know. I don't care. For a while there, Shopkins was everywhere, including at McDonald's. And you have the little mystery Shopkin. And you have the bag. And what's this thing? This appears to be another Shopkins that is a compact that should open up, but it does not open up. It doesn't. It is just molded as one solid piece. It's meant to be a makeup compact. You know, you open up, there's a little mirror, maybe some powder, or maybe two mirrors, or whatever, what have you, with a happy little face, and it doesn't open up. All right, miss on that one, boys. Here's the complete set of McDonald's toys to collect. Look at that. Look at that. 28, 31, 32 of these to collect. Yeah, this is no way in teaching children how to gamble, enjoy the thrill of random chance, and make OCD little holics out of them. No, it's preparing them for the futures where they will collect other little plastic things like credit cards or amiibos, whatever that Nintendo crap is. Anyways, so it is a big pair of shoes. Now this is the irony here, is Shopkins are meant to be tiny little things, that are both adorable and anamorphize some item of everyday household use, but these are twice as big as a normal Shopkin. Not any better molded, but still. Yeah. So from McDonald's, instead of giving ultra rares, exclusive ones of the lines that children already are collecting, they have a whole separate line just for McDonald's so that they can get addicted all over again. But it doesn't stop there. We got more Shopkins. And of course we have a pair of slippers and the mystery Shopkin bag, which contains a giant ring that actually is big enough to fit on my finger. So you can imagine just how huge it would be on a child's. Now wouldn't that be funny if I got that stuck forever? Look at that loser. Yeah, and again, they are twice the size of a regular Shopkin, so they are in a whole other line to collect. Yeah. Thank you, Blind Bag, for preparing our children for the future of loot boxes. And that is the McDonald's toy collection right there. They are still crappy toys, especially so, and some of them are extraordinarily crappy and not worth the money that you pay for them, which is next to nothing as well. But still, there's a good part of me that knows that every time a child receives a toy from McDonald's that they are going to be disappointed. Deeply and utterly disappointed. Like I was.